Okay, so to begin this DIY, I just took my 4 frames. Now, one of the frames, I will be leaving it as it is, other than I will be inserting an 11 by 14 metallic piece of poster board. But the other 3 frames, I went ahead and removed the glass, the backing, and the little metal tabs that hold the picture frame together. So I've already done that to 2 of them. I'm just going to remove everything from this frame, and then we will move on to the next step. I've removed the glass and the backing from the 3 picture frames. And with my first picture frame that I kept the glass in, I just removed the cardboard so that I can insert a piece of poster board. And I purchased this poster board at the Dollar Tree. It is by Jot, and it comes in a package of 5, and they are metallic. The colors are blue, green, red, gold, and silver. And so today I will be using the silver one. I love these poster boards. Now, the actual size of the poster board is 11 by 14. And so since our picture frame is 11 by 14, the insert where the glass is just a touch smaller. So I just took the paper that came inside of the picture frame, placed it on the back of my poster board, and then just measured where the paper ends. Now I'm just going to cut it out, insert it in my frame, put the backing back on, put the tabs down in place, and then I will begin assembling the tray. I'm sure you figured out that the frame that has the poster board is going to act as the base of our tray. Now, with the other 3 frames that I took the glass and backing out of, they are going to act as an edge all the way around the tray. The glass and the backings I have just set aside. I do like to keep them. And now what I'm going to do is just take my E6000 glue and go around the top of the frame, and then I will place a picture frame on top. I will repeat the same step and then place another picture frame on top, repeat the same step with the glue, and then place my last picture frame on top. I will give that a bit of time to dry, and then we will move on to the next step. This next step, for you it may be optional, but for me I like to do it because I feel that it's just as important to finish off the piece inside as it is outside. So as you can see, inside of the picture frames are the grooves. of when we put the frames together. So if you want, you can leave it hollow. It really does not look that bad, and if you're really careful with applying your glue, it would be fine. But what I'm going to do, since I really want this to go with the farmhouse lantern that I made, I'm going to do some braided jute twine ropes. And I'm just going to again measure the length from one end to the other. And in making the jute twine rope, again, you just measure from one end to the other. You do 3 equal lengths of that. You tie it in a knot at the top. You then braid the rope. Once it's braided, you'll have these tassels on the end. I just like to cut those off. And then I take some hot glue, apply it to the end so that it doesn't unravel. And then I will just insert this inside of those grooves. So now on each side, I would have to do 3 here and 3 here. So there would be 6 even lengths to go this way, and then 3 and 3 on each of these sides, so 6 to go this way. So in total, again, you would be making 12 jute twine braided ropes to fill in all the grooves on the inside. Now that I have finished wrapping the inside of the tray, and I have to say that I'm so glad that I took the extra time to do this, because I think it gives it a really nice finish. As I said, I think the inside of the tray is just as important as the outside. So now that I have finished the inside, we have to work on the outside. And for this, I'm just going to take my jute twine, and beginning at the bottom of the first frame, I'm going to start wrapping the jute twine around until I get to the top of the bottom frame. So the 2 frames in the middle will be wrapped in the jute twine. About ready to add on my handles, and then I decided that I wanted to add 1 row of jute twine all the way around the top of the tray, because I think that it'll just give it a more finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and add the jute twine there, and then I will add on the handles. I will be working on the handles for the Dollar Tree farmhouse tray. And what I'm using as the handles are these metal chopper scrapers that the Dollar Tree carry. I think that these are going to look great on the farmhouse tray. Now, what I'm doing before I actually glue them onto the tray is I wanted to stencil something on them. So normally I use the stencils from the Dollar Tree that Jock carries. And in my pumpkin napkin holder, I did use these ones here. However, I wanted a little bit bigger of a letter. So I ended up using these ones that I purchased from Dollarama. And again, these are the self-adhesive alphabet stencils, and these are the uppercase. And I just recently in my Dollar Tree haul did purchase a stencil from the Dollar Tree that were uppercase as well, and the same size of a letter. Only with those ones, I believe you have to stick the letter on and then trace around it, which is still great. But I decided just to use these ones here since it's quicker, and I really like the lettering in this stencil. So I just went ahead and chose the letters that I wanted, and what I'm going to be stenciling is Farm Life. So once I finish this one, I will do the same to the second one, and then we will move on to the next step. Now, what I will be using to fill the stencil in is the Sharpie marker, the oil-based paint marker in black, and it's a medium point. And I did purchase this at Michael's with a 55% coupon. Going to glue on my handle to the Farmhouse tray. Now I just went ahead and sprayed some sealer, some clear sealer from Rust-Oleum, and I just do that as a protective finish. This way, if when I'm dusting or if something spills and I need to wipe it up, then I know my letters are pretty protected. So now I am going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure where this handle is going to sit, because I want it centered and I want it fairly in line with the other side. So when I take my ruler, we know that this is 30 centimeters. So I just mark the halfway mark, which is 15. So I just mark it with a pencil. Pencil's easy because you can just erase it when you're done. Then I take my cutter, and the 3 is the center. It's already marked on here. So I just line the 3 up to that center mark, and then with the pencil again, I just mark to the ends of the cutter. This way, when I go to place my cutter onto the tray and the glue's already on there, then I don't have a lot of time with the hot glue because it sets fairly quickly. Then I know exactly where it needs to be. I could just put it in place and let that dry. And then with the E6000 glue, with time, it will adhere much stronger. So I've already done the one side and I think it looks great. So now I'm just going to finish off the other side. I have one last little step after that, and then I will go ahead and show you the Dollar Tree Farmhouse tray with the Dollar Tree Farmhouse lantern. Next step, I'm going to make 2 jute twine ropes. Now you already know how to do that, But I just want to make sure that if you are making this project, make these 2 jute twine ropes really tight, because these ones are going to be more for embellishment. They are just going to be on the side of the tray, and we want them to look really pretty and not loose. So as well, when I do these 2 jute twine ropes, I do leave the tassel on the end, and I like to make them even so that both sides look the same. And all I do is, once I've tied my jute twine rope, I just fold it in half, line up the tassels, and then just cut it so that they're fairly the same length. So now I'm just going to glue this on to the front of my cutter so that it goes across the center, and I've already done the other side to show you so that it looks like that. It just gives it a more nicer finished look. It ties in the jute twine from the side of the tray and carries it across the cutter, and I think it looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish the other side, and then I will show you the final reveal. Okay everyone, so here is the Dollar Tree Farmhouse tray that I created for my Dollar Tree Farmhouse lantern. But you definitely can use this piece on its own. It is so beautiful, and I am so happy with how it has turned out. You will see once I put the lantern with it that everything blends so nicely together. The black, the jute twine, and the metal from the chopper, cutter, and the cooling racks that I used for the lantern just work so well together. And again, I am so pleased with how this has turned out. What I love about this tray as well is the handles. I really am so happy with how it turned out. I love the height on it. It just adds a little more to this tray. It definitely, to me, looks very farmhouse and very rustic, and I hope you all think so as well. So another thing that I liked about the tray is that it is a picture frame on the bottom. So you definitely can go ahead and change the inside to whatever you want. If you purchase the 5-piece poster board pack, there are the different colors in there, so you can definitely change it up that way. Or if you have pictures, or even napkins or tissue paper, anything, even the calendars from the Dollar Tree with the really nice farmhouse pictures, you definitely can insert them in there. It just will definitely always change this piece up and always give it a nice fresh new look. So now I'm going to go ahead and place the Dollar Tree Farmhouse lantern inside of the tray and show you what it looks like all put together. Okay everyone, so here is the Dollar Tree Farmhouse lantern placed inside of the tray, and I absolutely love how beautifully it works together. It flows so nicely together that it looks as though these two pieces were meant to be put together like this. Now definitely the tray is beautiful on its own, but I definitely feel that together it just completes this look. And it is farmhouse, it is rustic, and I'm so pleased with how this has turned out. It is really such a beautiful lantern to decorate. It's a lot of fun, and it's so simple. I just took pieces from the Dollar Tree, flowers, pumpkins, lights, and just put them together within seconds. I just laid everything down. It's nice that I have the option of, the cooling rack so that I could just easily push things through, have half in and half sticking out. The copper wire LED lights are so nice that I can string it through and around the lantern to give it a really nice warm look. and I think that it just looks beautiful. I also want to mention, somebody did leave a comment. They weren't sure if I had a shelf inside the top of the lantern, and no, I do not have anything. It is open, it's hollow, and I guess they were referring to this piece right here. It is a previous Dollar Tree apothecary jar that I made, and it is quite high, so it does go up into the roof of the lantern. But definitely you could very easily purchase a Dollar Tree frame, the ones that are wider and thinner, and then just lay it across this top here. You don't even have to glue it down, just lay it across, and then you have another layer where you can place little ornaments or candles or whatever you wish on top. Even if it overhangs, I think that's even better, because whatever overhangs, you could also just place a command strip underneath and then hang something from that. And again, the possibilities with this lantern are endless, and my goal really is to just create something and then inspire you to definitely do something more, or leave it the same if you like, but definitely just to create. And that really, at the end of the day, is the joy when I make these DIYs, is seeing how excited and how much you love these DIYs just as much as I do. So if you did enjoy this DIY, and I so hope you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, guys, take care, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.